There's a million office chairs out there and we're all different shapes and sizes and we have different budgets. So how do you choose one for you? Well, in this video, I'll give you 5 non-negotiables that a good ergonomic chair should have and 4 important tips that you may not have even considered. The most important feature in an office chair is its back support. Our chair needs to support the natural arch of our lower back. If it doesn't, our pelvis can tilt backwards, jamming up the joints in our lower back. But the angle of the lower back arch varies hugely between people and can be naturally double in some people compared to others. So we need a lumbar support that does 2 things. It needs to be adjustable so that it can be moved in and out more to fit the natural arch of your specific back. And it needs to be height adjustable because we're all different heights. You want to feel the lumbar support of your chair holding the top of your pelvis forward just above those 2 little bony lumps on each side of your pelvis. But way too many chairs forget to support the lower mid-back too. Our spine arches forward a fair way above our pelvis, and if that part of the spine isn't supported, it'll sag back, move the spinal joints out of their normal arch, causing irritation. So look for a chair that has back support that continues up and doesn't drop away suddenly. Here's an example. This chair has a good low back support, but it has no mid-back support. See how it drops away in this area? So you'd have to put a rolled up towel or cloth in that area to support the mid-back properly. This chair has a lumbar support that can screw in and screw out and move down and up, but the support just doesn't extend up enough to support the mid-back properly. Armrests can be a big problem. There's nothing more guaranteed to make you crane your head forward all day than armrests that don't allow you to move your chair forward enough. Armrests either need to move back and in a huge amount to allow your chair to move right forward, or they need to tilt up completely so that they're not in your way. Your elbows should sit beside your torso when you sit at your desk. So to be quite honest, I'd get a chair without armrests or simply not attach them like I did with this chair. Now if you're shorter or taller than average, you'll need 2 other adjustments. A seat support that goes forward and back. It needs to move forward enough to support your entire thigh, but not protrude forward so much that it pushes into the back of your upper calves. And if you're shorter or taller than average, you need a backrest that goes up and down to fit your height. The good thing about a backrest that goes up and down is that it can also be used to adjust the height of your lumbar support in many cases. Any chair should be height adjustable too, which most chairs are, because your heels should just touch the ground when you're sitting. Right, here's 4 important tips, including why I had to make 2 additional changes to this chair. Don't buy a gaming chair. The bucket seat design pushes your shoulders forward into bad posture, and the back support is rigid with no adjustments to conform the seat to your shape. Consider buying a chair with a headrest. Most head supports only support the head in a reclined position, but with a quick, cheap adjustment, you can use something like a pool noodle to create a neck support that gives you a point of reference as to where your head should sit all day. Mesh is all the rage at the moment in office chairs, and while it can be handy to help avoid a sweaty back, all too many mesh seats end up being uncomfortable. In this chair, I was forced to add some extra padding to the seat section, so I'd aim for a chair with a foam-based seat, not a mesh one. Now, if you have a severe habit of slouching, consider a chair which has a forward tilt option. This angles your pelvis forward more and it makes it hard for your back to round out. Or if you're really trying to get rid of that slouching habit, consider spending time on a fitball or a kneeling chair. They're definitely cheaper than a forward tilting chair. With all of these options, your knees end up lower than your pelvis, tilting your pelvis forward to stop the habit of rolling your pelvis back and rounding out your back. The added bonus of a fitball is that you can easily mobilize your back while you're sitting in the 2 most important directions, forward and back, and side to side.